Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Lucky Penny here with another pick a card reading. As you may have noticed, I do have a bandage on my finger. I got a little too enthusiastic with cutting vegetables, so that's what that is. Anyway, today's reading, I'm very excited about this. I felt prompted or inspired to do a reading on the key to your success in 2020. It's a new year. It's very exciting. There's a lot going on this decade. You know, there's a lot of just really interesting ascension energies, a lot of interesting astrology going on, a lot of interesting personal things going on for everybody that I know of. And so this is just taking a look at what will it take for you to really get a handle on your success, the key to what will bring you the greatest joy in this coming year, and to set the stage for this new decade. So as always, this is a 4-pile reading. So this is pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. So just get in touch. Just center yourself in your heart and ask your heart, which pile has the clearest message for you, that is meant for you. And if you found this video, then there is a message for you here. So go ahead and do that, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, if you picked this is pile number 1. So this reading is for you. You picked the key, so you guys are ready to unlock your future. So that's kind of what I'm getting from this. So I'm going to put that right there, and let's go ahead and see what Spirit wants to say to you. Okay, purification, clear out the clutter. So immediately what's coming to me for you is you're trying to build your future while still hanging on to the past. It's like, I'm really getting this image of like just sitting in a closet full of old just junk, you know, stuff from your ancestors even. So your junk, your parents' junk, their parents' junk, like just trying to build a future on that does not work. And so it's really time. If you haven't already started, and I get that a lot of you have already been feeling the urge to cleanse and like you may have already started on ancestral work and cleansing work and clearing work, like this is like deep clearing. The good news is that it won't take a lot of work for you to start the clearing, because it's ready. It's so ready to be cleared. But the big thing I'm getting for you guys, just starting out, just even start this image is so clear, you guys. Do not try to create your future on the foundation of what you have built that doesn't work. Like if you've got a faulty foundation, you cannot rebuild on it. You have to tear it down and start completely over again. And this is not a catastrophic kind of destruction, like, because that can happen sometimes. No, this is literally just you have been procrastinating cleaning something out, and you already know what it is, or chances are you may have already started, but I'm just getting so clearly like it's time. It's very much time. Omens, yeah, pay attention to signs. So if you haven't already started, or if you feel like you don't know what it is that you're supposed to be clearing out, pay attention, ask for signs from the universe and from your guides. What do I need to clear out right now? What is ready to be let go? And that's really what I'm getting. It's so ready to be gone, to be let go. Like it's like you've been holding your breath for so long. It's time to finally release that and bring in new air, new something, like to clear out and leave room for something new. Joy, yeah, that's the new. That's what it is that's coming in, that's new. Lighten up. So let go of your burdens. Let go of, like, you guys have been holding on to grief, like a lot of grief. And just, I feel like you guys, like you've been holding on to your past. You've been holding on to old, like, family grudges. Like if your parents had a grudge against someone, you've been carrying that on. And just like, I'm getting family patterns. Forgive that family member. Forgive that person. Forgive. It wasn't even you that decided that person was wrong. It wasn't your grudge to hold. Let it go. Completely, it's time. Let it go. Freedom, you always have a choice. Yeah. That's really what I'm getting here is your guides are just like, it's so time. Go for it, go for it, go for it. The energy is there, the momentum is there. Take advantage. Like, that's really what it is. Like, this is not some like, oh, I have to let go. No, you guys, there is momentum right now that is assisting you in clearing out space to completely transform your life. Okay? If you guys, if something is showing up in your space that could give you that opportunity, go for it. There's a training that I went through in here in Utah where I live called the Impact Trainings. If any of you at all feel drawn to that, do it. That is it's an amazing way to do this. There's other ways to do it. Like, there's other trainings you can take. There's other modalities you can use, but the momentum is there. There will never be a better time than right now for you guys to get started. Okay? Because you're here. You're now. You're in the now. Okay, so let's see what the tarot has to say. The Nine of Wands. Okay, so you guys may be very daunted by what you see coming. Like, hearing all this, you guys are like, I don't even know where to start. This is so overwhelming. I don't know what to do. Okay, that's completely okay. Like, because you're not doing this on your own. Because you're looking at this as if you are alone. And you have to do everything on your own. You have to do it all on your by yourself. And that's actually something that you've been doing your entire life that doesn't work. Is trying to do it all on your own. Trying to prove a point, and maybe not all of you, and maybe not in every aspect of your life. But I'm getting this very big sense of you have been feeling small and alone, like no one is there for you. Very, like, feeling so left, abandoned, left alone. And so this is saying, like, not at all. You are so supported. Like, the other side is there for you. The universe is literally lining things up for you to make this easier. Okay? So when an opportunity pops up, that's the universe supporting you. That's them being there for you. So let them be there for you. Okay? Dance with the universe. Let it be. Interact with it. Don't hold your breath and just tighten up, because that doesn't allow you're actually restricting the flow of joy and life. So breathe. Allow yourself to be affected by life, by spirit, by love, by your heart. Let yourself be affected. Yeah. Okay, so you have this very static idea of the way that life should be. Okay, and you're fighting and you're fighting and you're fighting in order to make that reality. But the truth is that you got this out of a storybook. Okay? Look at Disney. Those are beautiful stories, but they are missing a lot. They're more caricatures than they are anything else, and there is so much of life that is not in those movies. And so if you try to make your entire life look like a Disney movie, you're missing 90% of what's out there. Okay? And so even though they're beautiful and they're all light and everybody gets a happy ending and it's very attractive, and maybe you think you're protecting yourself by just aiming for that, and trying to make sure that is the only way that your life can go to protect yourself from pain. Because if it might be that if I know that my life will look exactly like this, it'll fit in this box, then that means that I won't have any pain. But what you're actually doing is you are trading real life for a shadow, and you will forever be miserable because it will never live up to what you know is possible. So I'm really urging you guys, let go of that shadow, of that paper version of life, because that's really what it is. It's flat, it's two-dimensional. It's time for you to lighten up and let go and look for real life, the joy, the deep emotion and feeling and just everything involved, the drive that moves you forward. Okay? Yeah. You guys, I feel like this is maybe what you're afraid of, is this heartbreak, this anguish, but honestly, this feels kind of flat to me. Like I said that before, like, this almost feels like a caricature. Like it's not real. Because sometimes, you know, in the past when this card has come up, it's like, yeah, this is like real anguish. And you guys have experienced real anguish. But this is a paper dragon. I don't know if you guys have ever heard that, but whatever you're afraid of, it's not real. So whatever that big fear is that's keeping you guys back, that's keeping you trying to maintain or trying to manifest this paper, you know, this Disney vision of your life, whatever that fear is, it's just as flat and Disney villain as the vision. Like, the pain is not real. Okay, so whatever it is that you're afraid of, whatever anguish you're afraid of, it's not going to happen. It's just not. Like, I read this great quote, and I'm going to get the percentages wrong, but it's like 30% or 40% of what you worry about will never happen. 20% has already happened, and the rest is something that you cannot control anyway. You know, and so like or maybe 10% is something that you can actually do. And so just looking at those percentages, it's like, why worry? It'll probably never happen, you know, or there's nothing that you can do about it anyway. Yeah, okay. You guys, man, you guys have been building this up in your mind. Like this, you guys have been so afraid of pain that you've boxed yourself into this tiny little area of what life is supposed to be. Like, you've only allowed yourself this little amount of joy because you're afraid of pain. You're afraid of anything, like anything outside this box you think could lead you to pain, even though it's life, it's experience. And so I'm telling you guys, this is self-imposed limitation. The Devil card. In reality, what this is about is like, this is what I'm really getting for you guys, actually. That's really interesting. The Devil is about self-imposed limitation, but it's also about passion and desire. And so what I'm getting, this is a flip side. So you guys are experiencing this card one way or another, but it's up to you whether you experience the chains and the self-imposed limitation and the mental manipulation and karate, you know, the mental kung fu that you're trying to do to keep yourself in that box. It's up to you whether you experience that or whether you experience the passion and the drive and the desire that moves you forward into every experience of life, that makes everything worthwhile, that makes life worth living. It's up to you which one you decide. Okay? So like these three cards are just like this. I'm really getting this Disneyfied, you know, Sleeping Beauty kind of story of where everything is beautifully drawn and everything is beautifully, you know, illustrated, and the story is very graceful and everybody knows their part. But the reality is so much different. It's so much bigger and more beautiful. So do not be fooled by your paper dragons, okay? Okay. What I'm getting about this one, this is interesting. This one brings just a very different kind of message with it. As just kind of a side note, I feel like maybe there's a friend, a female friend in your life that has let you down recently. Like, you just feel like they've disappointed you. Maybe a community of friends, like you're feeling like your community is not supporting you. Your friend group is not supporting you. So it's like you need to fill your cup in a way that actually works for you. Like, so don't find people and communities that are truly supportive for you and not this paper version of you. Okay? So I don't know if maybe that will come up again later, because I'm not entirely clear on what that one is. So we'll set that one aside, but we'll see. Okay. From scratch. Okay. Yeah, you guys are ready to be reborn. Okay, so we've got this purification card, we've got the omens card, joy, freedom, from scratch. Yeah, you guys are ready for a rebirth. And it's actually very exciting. Like, this is not, like I said before, this is not a tower moment. This is not breaking down and the crumbling and the catastrophic destruction of everything in your life that isn't working. No, this is like, Finally, like, this is a needed purge of things that are ready to be, like, overly ready to be let go of. Okay, this will not be painful and catastrophic. It'll be a relief. Okay? X-ray vision. Okay. I'm going to come back to that one. We'll see what happens, because I'm not 100% sure. I'm not getting anything on it. So we'll see. Sometimes that means like that it'll tie in with something else, or, but we'll see. Okay, devotion. Trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. Okay, that's what it is. You guys feel very unseen by God and by the universe. You feel small. You feel unseen, unloved, like you're living in a parallel reality where your needs and wants and desires don't matter. Okay, I was recently watching a Teal Swan video where she talked about that. It's like the most dangerous parallel dimension or something, or parallel reality. That one really hit me. But Spirit sees through you. Okay, you are a microcosm of the macrocosm. Spirit is you. You are God expressing itself. So if you are God, then how could God not know you? You are known and seen down to the very atoms and electrons that make you up. There is not a single facet of you that is not intimately known and celebrated down to your very core. Okay? Spirit knows you. You are revered and celebrated for being here. Spirit is ready for you to finally recognize that and recognize how loved you are. It's funny, I've heard a lot that this earth is the hardest and densest and most difficult place to be incarnated in the universe right now. And I feel like there's some truth to that. That feels true to me. Like, this is the deepest that we can go into separation from Source. And so as such, only the brightest lights and the greatest masters can even come here. So the fact that you are alive today means so much about you, at how highly you are revered, how much you are loved, and how highly you are regarded by Spirit and by everyone on the other side. So do not forget that, okay? You guys are loved so much. Okay. So for those of you who've watched my videos before, you know I like to end with some healing cards. Today it's just one, so we'll see. These are the Seashell Spiral Healing cards by Zabby Barnes. I'll link them in the description box. These are healing tools. So what I want you to do is, when I flip it over, this particular energy is the healing that the universe is sending to you right now. So pause the video and breathe in the energy emanating from this card and imagine it spiraling through you. Okay, however that looks to you, and there's an image of a seashell on it, so that'll assist with that spiral motion. Listening. Ooh, okay guys, I just got chills. This is perfect. Woo! Okay, first of all, you are being listened to. They are listening. Second of all, listen. Listen for your guides, your angels. Listen to love. There's this great tool that I've heard, and this is maybe a little bit of a tangent, but you know, when we're angry or when we're upset, sometimes we make a fist. Okay? Notice how hard it is to receive while doing this. So ask yourself, what would love do here? That's the greatest question you can ask yourself in any situation like that. Okay, and then listen. Listen to your heart. Listen to Spirit. That's really what I'm getting. Listen to Source. They're always, always speaking to you. Okay. Paiwan, I am so excited for you. This is so beautiful. You guys are in such an amazing space. Take that step forward, take the leap. You're going to be great. You're doing so well. As always, I'd love to hear from you in the comments to see what this meant to you, how this resonated, and also what you'd like to hear from me in the future. So I love you guys so much, and I will see you next time. Have a wonderful day. Hi everybody, welcome. This is pile number 2. So if you chose this this little symbol, then this reading is for you. This is a little wire symbol that I made. It's the angelic symbol for trust. Okay, so right off the bat, the universe is asking you to trust in them. When I say them, I'm talking about collectively spirit and whatever, shape or form that takes. So angels, guides, ascended masters, light beings, God, etc., etc. So that is them. Okay, so let's see what God has in store for you. Playfulness. Take time to play. Okay, so right off the bat, the key to your success in 2020, don't forget to play. This is a time for travel, for exploration, for trial and error. Like, you guys may start something new, start a new hobby, pottery, basket weaving, fabric weaving, I guess, scuba diving, swimming with dolphins, like whatever that looks for you, but like, do not get stuck in the way you've always done it. Do something new every day if you can. But keep that energy momentum going. This is the time for you to break out of your old and into something new. Like, this is a seriously cool opportunity for you guys. Oh, that's funny. Serenity. Slow down, pause, and breathe. I find it very interesting that there's such a difference in energy here. Like, this one is all about go, 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 go. Something new, push yourself. And then this is breathe. So there needs to be a balance here. They almost, hang on, I'm going to see what's coming next, because they almost seem like, yeah, okay. Wise fool, accept your follies and find the teaching in them. So what happens is you go out and you experience and you experience and you experience, and then you need to go inside, and learn from them and process and take it in and check in with yourself. What have I learned from this? Did this work? Did it not work? And always, always, always check in with your emotions and your boundaries and your spirit, and ask, what have I learned? What's working? What do I like? What do I not like? Illusion. You know who you really are. So okay, this is not the time to compare yourself to anybody else. You guys have big dreams and big plans. Like, you have a lot that you want to be doing this coming year. You maybe even some big ventures. Like, someone's coming to mind in my life, and they want to start a massive venture that could completely change the world and change a lot of things for people in general. And the biggest thing I'm feeling with this, do not follow the advice of people who have not accomplished what you want to accomplish or something similar. Okay? Do not let the people around you derail you. Okay? Everything's a choice. So will you choose to listen to those who do not serve you, or will you choose to listen to your heart and follow your joy, follow your serenity, follow what you know is true, follow your wisdom? Okay? This may be a trial and error for you guys. Like, that's what I'm really getting, is you're gonna make some mistakes, and that's actually a good sign. Because what will happen is, so Coyote, this is really coming up for me. Coyote is the wise fool. Coyote learns through his mistakes. He makes mistake after mistake after mistake, but there's always deep, deep wisdom and learning in those mistakes. And he would never have learned that had he not made that mistake. Okay? And so a mistake is simply an experience that didn't turn out the way you wanted or the way you expected. That's all it is. There's no judgment on it. There's no failure. Nothing like that. Okay? So when something doesn't turn out the way you want, that is a chance for you to go inward and say, wow, that was an interesting experience. What did I like? What did I not like? Reevaluate and start again. Okay? That's really what I'm getting for you guys here. Okay. take some time. That's what this is. Slow down, pause, breathe. Tune into your emotions. Your emotions tell you a lot about your experience and about whether what you're doing works and doesn't, okay? Don't try to overrule yourself. If you're feeling uneasy about something, do not try to just pave over it and say it'll be fine. Just take a moment, breathe, check in, and say, okay, why am I feeling this? Is this something that I get to pay attention to? Well, obviously, yes, you get to pay attention to it, but is this something, do I need to readjust my course? Am I missing something? Is there something that I'm not noticing in my rush to get ahead? Okay? One of the things that Coyote often does that results in catastrophe, honestly, is he rushes forward without looking or without thinking. Okay? And so breathe and check in. This is not the time to get bogged down in minutia, okay? There's this great ability to just be laser focused and take in what is needed, okay? Pay attention to what is necessary. Don't get derailed. Don't get bogged down. Stay light and free and keep moving, okay? If one thing doesn't work, change direction. If that doesn't work, change direction again. Don't get bogged down, okay? Okay. Yeah, this is like, don't cry over spilled milk. People will come and they will go, but the people who are meant for you will stay. Okay, this is, I'm really, really getting this feeling of like, keep going, keep moving. Like, this will be a process, but it's actually this glorious unfolding of these like puzzle pieces that are meant to be in your life, and your momentum is what really moves it forward, because it'll happen one way or another. It just depends, like how fast it goes depends on how willing you are to keep moving and to keep adjusting and readjusting. Okay, and oftentimes we want just the answer. We just want one answer and that's it. We just want to be done. But the truth is that's never how life works. There's never just one answer, just one experience. Life moves on. Life keeps going. Even after we die, things keep going. Both here and in the other realms. Like, things change. The one constant in life is change. And so this depends on, is this change going to be on your terms or on life's terms? Okay? If you don't decide, it will be decided for you. Okay? Beautiful. Okay, so you guys will learn. Like, this is the Knight of Cups. This is beautiful. So you guys will learn to use your emotions wisely, to accept your follies and your failings and your mistakes as a part of the learning process. So there's serenity here. So these are all like, don't get bogged down, don't try to jump in without thinking, but then this is like, yes, you're on the right track. You're doing well. Okay. I'm feeling like this year, 2020, or whatever year you find this, the next year, this year, whatever this coming year is for you. I'm filming this in 2020, so whatever it is for you, I'm feeling, actually, you know what? Before I say anything, I'm going to put down the next card, because oftentimes if I'm not getting a complete message, it's because it'll tie into the next card. Okay. Yep, we're gonna keep going. Okay, there's a lot of insecurity there for you guys about like, okay, I wonder if some of you guys might be doing what you're doing for the wrong reasons. Okay? That doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. That just means reevaluate why you're doing it. I get, for a lot of you guys want to get rich. You guys want to succeed. You want to make it big. But for some of you, it's out of like ego, of needing to be recognized so that people will love you. There really is for a lot of you, there is a deep passion for what you're doing. So trust that. Trust your passion, trust your love, trust your source messages from spirit. What I'm getting at here is, don't pay attention, like don't build your foundation on ego and your mind Okay, your mind is a wonderful computer, and your divine mind is a lovely, lovely thing. However, your heart and your intuition is really, really what's going to bring you there. Okay, and so take a look at what wound would this fulfill, would this heal for me to, if I succeeded this, what do I think it will heal for me? So just take a look at that, and we'll see what that brings up. So I don't know if more will come up about that later, but we'll see, because I'm not sure that that's over yet. Lady Nada, heart awakening. Awaken to acceptance and divine love. Give and receive in balance. Yeah, I'm getting, there can be a tendency for you guys to be overdriven, like a need to prove yourself out of this wounding. That's really kind of what I'm getting, is that for this little section right here, be careful, or not even be careful, like what is it? It's that for some of you, you are doing this, and this will not apply to all of you, just so you know, like I'm feeling a distinct split here. So if you feel confident in your passion, don't let this affect that. But for some of you, you guys, that uncertainty and that fear is coming from an old wound about your ability to succeed, about yeah, so so someone told you that the way that you wanted to do things was wrong, that you weren't enough, that you couldn't do it. And so there's this feeling of, oh my gosh, what if they're right? What if I can't do it? And that's why you start and stop, start and stop, start and stop. And so all this is saying, that's why. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing inherently broken about you. You are just choosing to be held back by, and I use these words very consciously, everything's a choice. You are choosing to believe whoever told you that you weren't enough. And so because you made that choice before you were consciously aware, now you have the option to choose differently. Okay? So we'll see what comes up with that. So I'd love to hear in the comments what you get from that. Okay, so I always like to end with a healing card or two. Today it's just one, but this is the Seashell Healing Deck by Zabi Barnes. And what you're going to do is just breathe in this energy and imagine it spiraling through every cell of your body, just moving through you. This is the specific healing that you have called forth that the universe wants to give you right now. Okay, this is meant for you. Going within. That's beautiful. I've said that so many times. That's hilarious. Yeah, you can't make this stuff up, guys. Going within. Okay, so this energy draws you deep within. So what I would even have you do maybe is save this video and come back to this image and just use this to draw you deep within yourself, to check in and see how you're doing emotionally, mentally, spiritually, even physically. Just stop and take stock. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm so excited for you guys. This was a very interesting reading. I would love to hear down below what it meant to you, how this resonated, etc., etc. I love you guys so much, and I will see you next time. Hi, everybody. This is pile number 3. And no, you're not going crazy. I'm wearing different clothes and my bandage is off. So it's been a little bit of time since I started filming. So I'm back at it. And I'm going to go ahead with pile number 3. This is the key to your success in 2020. So this symbol, this is the phoenix. So if you were drawn to this, chances are you are being reborn from something, from out of the ashes, from maybe a dark night of the soul. For those of you who were drawn to this particular pile, that probably has some significance. So we'll see what's going on. You guys feel like tired, like, man, you guys have had it rough. All right, so let's see what happens. Yeah, butterfly, transformation. Get ready for a big breakthrough. I don't know if you guys can hear, but there is music playing next door, and it's the fight song. So that is very appropriate. So for you guys, the first step I'm getting is just heal. Just rest, just heal. Yeah, get ready for big changes. You guys are kind of in the preparation phase right now where I feel like you guys haven't given yourself a lot of time to heal, a lot of time to just rest. Like you guys are always going, and you might have just hit the point where you're just now starting to realize, oh wait, I can't keep going like this. You know, where this is your new, like you're just stepping into a new awareness of the way I've been doing things isn't working. Okay? Yeah, surrender, let go of control. Oftentimes what happens is when we are struggling, we are usually struggling against what the universe is trying to give us. So it's like swimming upstream. It just is so much more challenging and difficult than it needs to be because we are fighting against the flow. And so it's what you resist persists, like all of that. Like just the amount of struggle is out of proportion to what it really needs to be. And it can feel very scary, not knowing what's around the corner, not knowing, what happens if I let go of control. And so it might work for you guys to start getting in touch with what you're afraid of and start healing that. And really start cultivating a trust in the universe, whatever that means to you guys. Yeah, you are safe and protected at all times. Yeah, Spirit is just saying, look, it's time to let go. It's time to just surrender control, let Spirit take the lead. Completely give it over to them. Because oftentimes I run into this problem when I'm praying or visualizing or meditating where I ask for something and I say, I want this in my life, and I'm visualizing it or whatever. But sometimes I don't even know what the best version of that looks like. And so I will say to God, I'll just say, hey, I'm giving this entire situation over to you because you know what the absolute best possible outcome is. And I trust you to carry it through to completion. And then it's my job to stop fighting the flow because from that moment forward, that flow is leading me exactly where I need to go. Okay? And that's always the case, but now it just has a specific direction. Yeah. Okay. Stand your ground. This is a really interesting one, and I feel like it fits really perfectly because you might get people telling you that you're crazy for doing what you're doing. That you are, throwing away a great opportunity, or that you're not doing what you should be doing. But the truth here is that no one's opinion about your life matters except your own. That's it. Like, as long as you're not actively hurting other people, then it really does not matter. Their opinion doesn't matter. Their perspective is secondary to your own. And so move forward with compassion at all times, obviously, and that includes you. But at the same time, it's it's so important for you to recognize that your opinion and your perspectives and your truth matters more than anything right now. And so if people tell you that you're crazy for doing what you're doing, then that's okay. That's their perspective. It doesn't need to be your truth. Okay. First thing that comes up for me with this is you guys are in a space where there is almost nothing that you can do right now. Like, there are things that are moving. Like, that's why this let go of control card came up, is because everything that's happening right now is completely out of your hands. Like, you have done everything. It's out of your hands now. It's time for you to let go of control because that will actually speed it forward into manifestation. Okay, so this year for you guys is going to be about surrender and actually trusting and being excited about the flow, actively moving with the flow, having fun and playing with it and seeing where is this going to take me? What is this going to look like? Yeah, okay, because I love this. this card usually represents a rest after a long, hard slog, like a hard won rest. But this is in reverse. And so for you guys, this is like, I'm really getting this feeling of like playful action. Okay? Because you're in this space of surrender. And so there is no effort. There's no effort involved. It's just you playing with the universe and dancing and seeing what you can manifest and seeing what's out there for you, and just absolutely having perfect trust in what the universe has to say. Okay. I feel like this is also about being very focused. So there's a playful, lighthearted, yet focused perspective here. So you have a goal that you want to succeed at. And so your key to success here is playful, lighthearted, forward movement with focus. Okay? Which that just seems like a really wonderful perspective in general. And then just like trusting, again, that it's all coming together. Yeah. Yeah. And then when that happens, it's taking the opportunities that come. It's taking that next step. When the next invitation comes your way, when the next opportunity comes your way, when the next sign from the universe comes your way, just say, oh, there it is, take that. And then you're on a new path now. And then, oh, there's the next one. And then there's the next one. And it just keeps going. Yeah. Don't get bogged down in disappointment, because oftentimes what ends up happening is the next step is just that. It's a next step. It's not meant to be the solution. It's meant to be the next step on your path. And so don't get too attached to this solution as being the thing that will solve everything. Know that it's an ongoing process and that things will shift and change, but that you will not lose anything by doing that. That's the big key here, is that as you move and change, you are always moving forward. And so it's never a loss. It's never a step backward. That's so important to recognize. Yeah, abracadabra. This is all about magic for you guys. This is such a fun reading. All about magic and playful, lighthearted manifestation. It's seeing the magic moments in life, seeing the potential for miracles, seeing the miracles in everyday life. That mindset is so incredibly healing on one end, and then also incredibly powerful and an amazing place to manifest from on the other end. Oh man, guys, the universe has been really, really tapping on your shoulder. Okay, like all of this is a perfect partnership, okay, between you and the universe. And so your guides and your angels they're standing at your shoulder, and they're tapping, they're trying to get your attention. So it's just up to you to listen. And every choice that you make is the best possible choice because it's the one that you made. God will honor that. Okay, and so trust yourself to make the correct decision, because there are no wrong decisions. Every choice that you make will be made the best of. Okay. Yeah, Kalima, facing fear. Many spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. Yeah, for a lot of you guys, you are getting ready to take off. And it's the absolute key component is trust. Trust in the universe, surrender. I'm sure I've mentioned it before on this channel, but there's a book called Outrageous Openness, Letting the Divine Take the Lead. It's by Tosha Silver. Look it up. It's incredible. That or The Game of Life and How to Play It by Florence Scovel Shinn. So either of those, they're all about completely surrendering and trusting the universe, trusting God, and just knowing that the perfect solution is always at hand. And I've said this before I think it was on a different reading, but in Florence Scovel Shinn's book, she has this beautiful, beautiful way of looking at life of there is only one power in the universe, and that is love. That is God. That is source. And so when I look at a situation that would ordinarily appear negative, I just say, wow, what a happy surprise, because I know that because there is only one power in the universe, this event is coming from that power, and so therefore it must be for my benefit. That changed my life. Absolutely. Like, that's a beautiful perspective. Okay, and as always, I'm going to end with a healing card today. This is the Seashell Healing Deck by the Seashell Healing Deck by Zappy Barnes. Ooh, you guys. Okay, a little slip there. And so this is the healing that you guys are calling forth. Okay, power up. Yeah. Oh, that's fun. So just take in that energy. Like, I'm tingling, like I can feel that. So just breathe in that energy for a minute. Allow that to just seep in. And it's funny that we oftentimes think of power as force. It's not. Power is surrender. There's a huge amount of trust in power. There's a huge amount of softness in power. There's a huge amount of like radiance and love in power. And so really get in touch with that. And you can pause the video if you'd like. I'm very excited for you guys because you guys, there's a huge transformation here from the beginning of like just being tired and worn out all the way through like waking up again and getting this amazing like joy and excitement and lightheartedness. So pile 3, thank you so much. That was the key to your success in 2020. I would love to hear from you in the comments. What about this rang true for you? What did this remind you of in your life? What does this mean to you? And as always, I love you, and I'll see you next time. Okay, you guys, this is pile number 4. So if you picked this little charm, then this reading is for you. This is a little bird's nest. It's a little pearl and wire bird's nest. And so there's just this really beautiful sense of nurturing and love and mothering here. So we'll see if what comes up with that. Oh, right off the bat, you guys are so sweet and soft and just so loving. Oh, I love it. Okay. Which is hilarious. Okay. Be bold and take charge. Confidence. Okay, so right off the bat, you guys, you are so sweet and so soft that you are being challenged this year to step forward. Don't let other people walk all over you. And you may think that you're doing it out of love, but the real gift that you can give others is your voice. You have so much to give, and it's up to you to step forward and give it. Perseverance. Dig in and see it through to completion. Okay, so there's something that you guys have been neglecting to do for a long time. And I use the word neglect because it feels like it's something that is about you specifically. And I feel like you guys have a tendency to put off things for you in order to take care of other people. That's that nurturing energy again. And so this feels like this has to do with your soul's purpose. It's time to wake that up. You've known for such a long time that you have something to give. And now it's time to really get going. And you may not even know what it is. You may listen to this and be like, well, I don't have a voice. I don't have anything to say. That's not true. You do. You absolutely do. You wouldn't be here on this planet if you didn't. So it's time to get in touch with that. Focus. Choose your priorities and eliminate all distractions. Yeah, so especially for those of you who already know what it is that you're here to do, or that you are being called to do, because we don't have just one purpose. But there is something, a message that you're being called to share. You could be healers, you could be speakers, you could be writers. It could be having a career of your own. It could be traveling the world, doing something for you. And that will also affect the world. But it's time for you to really buckle down on that this year. And so I get that you will learn a lot doing it about yourself and about your life. So this is a growth period for you, for sure. Adaptability. Yeah, adapt to the changes that are happening. This will change your life. And not all the changes are comfortable, but that doesn't mean that they're bad. That actually, like, oftentimes uncomfortable changes lead us exactly where we need to be in order to be our happiest selves. And so keep that in mind as these changes are happening, that sometimes growing pains happen, but that's not a bad thing. And the amount of trust that we have will greatly affect how uncomfortable things are. So trust in God, trust in the universe, trust in your deity, whatever that is, even if it's yourself. And focus on yourself and on moving forward and being open to change. Okay, so let's see what... Okay, interesting. We've got the Two of Cups. This is a heavy relationship card. Okay, and so for some of you, it feels like there's going to be love coming in this year, like soulmate love. And some of these growing pains are going to be around this relationship, but at the same time, I get that those growing pains are based on your level of openness and willingness to shift and change based on the messages that you're getting from Spirit. If that makes any sense? Like if you're getting feedback from Spirit that, you know, the more I seek validation from my partner, the more he, you know, distances himself or herself, that's a message. Okay, look within. What am I doing? How is this working or not working? And there's no right or wrong way. Is this working or not? Is this giving me the result I want or not? And so your challenge in this particular case might be to start validating yourself first and start recognizing mine is the only opinion about myself that matters. As long as I feel like I'm doing a good job, nobody else's opinion matters. As long as I give myself that love, as long as I know that I am powerful, that's what matters. And I often find that other people are perfect mirrors. Absolutely perfect mirrors. My experience in my life is as soon as I make a shift, the people around me mirror it perfectly and shift with me. And so oftentimes I think, well, if I can just make them shift and treat me in a certain way, then I'll be okay. But the real power is in me. That's where the power is. Okay? Okay, it's time to stop looking back and wishing that things were different. Because if things could have happened a different way, they would have. You are where you are now, and that's perfect. There is incredible beauty in your path. There is incredible power in your path. You are exactly where you are meant to be, and there's, like, the other side is absolutely celebrating you. Like, you guys have no idea how much you are loved and how much they celebrate you and raise you up and how much they love you. And so don't regret anything. Nothing was ever in vain. No experience, no loss, no pain, no victory, nothing was ever in vain. And so now it's time to forget the regrets, forget the past and the what ifs and the should haves, and focus on loving who you are now and really building yourself up and taking that time and make this a practice. We've all done that thing where we'll say, well, I'll love myself more. And then you do it for a little bit, or you do some affirmations, and then you go back to the way it was. Make a commitment. Be committed. I am committed to loving myself. Or even better, I love myself. I am loved. I am lovable. I am valuable. I am statements are so powerful. Use them. Okay. Some of you guys, wow, I just feel so much struggle around this card, which is so interesting because it's upright, but I feel so much struggle around male authority figures. This could be fathers, this could be husbands, this could be brothers or bosses or something, of just feeling so oppressed, honestly, really kind of shut down by them. And this, for me, really ties back into that, if I could just make other people treat me in a certain way, I'll be okay. Because it's very true that the way that they're treating you isn't working. If you feel oppressed or downplayed or forgotten or neglected or abused or anything, it's not working. And the great, amazing thing is you have the power to do something. You may not be able to change them, but the moment you change yourself, they have to shift too. Two unlike vibrations cannot exist in the same space. The moment I am standing in my power and my self-love, anything that looks like this cannot coexist. It cannot be in my space. And so they will either shift and start treating you the way you deserve, or they will no longer be in your space. That is incredible power, you guys. Beyond anything. We have this idea that we're just at effect, that everything around us is is causing our reactions, that we are a victim of life. That's not the case at all. We only take in a infinitely small amount of the information that is really out there, and so our perspective is literally shaped by our beliefs. I see exactly what I expect to see. And so what that really means to me is that there's probably unicorns out there. We're just not seeing them because we don't expect to. But it's that exact kind of, I see things that confirm my belief systems to me. So if I consciously choose to believe that the world is a beautiful place, that people are loving and supportive, and that I am loved and respected, and that people are amazing, that's what I will see. I will see things that confirm that. So shift this. Shift this. Yeah. Don't let anything dim that confidence. You may feel like a fool at first. That's exactly what you want to do. Okay? That means you're on the right track, because this is new. This is unusual. You have not done this before. Otherwise, you would be in a different space. Do the things that matter, no matter whether they make you look like a fool or not. So in this case, that looks like maybe, you know what? I'm going to go jump in a pool fully clothed because I've always wanted to do that. You know, that just seems like something my parents never let me do as a kid, and I want to do it, and I'm just going to go do it. If it makes you happy, do it. We have all of these rules that we feel like we have to hold to because other people expect it of us. It's time to break free. Okay. Okay, this is beautiful, because what happens here, as you start doing this, you start raising your vibration, you start loving yourself and adoring yourself and worshiping yourself even, you will attract that vibration. You will attract people who are in that same space as you. And it will either be the people that are already in your space and they will shift, or you will attract new people who will fulfill that area. I'm so excited for you guys. This is amazing. This is a really, really beautiful spread. Oh, this is beautiful. God is with you. Spirit is with you. The angels and guides and everybody, they are just so proud of you guys. They're just like, they're watching over your shoulder to see what you'll create. And it's a very supportive, and over your shoulder, like that's, I got this image of just this very loving, almost mothering father, mother-father energy, just standing at your back, supporting you forward, just like, yes, you can do it, Another possible meaning for this as well that I'm getting, that's coming through, is let it, the things that used to embarrass you, or the things that used to, those thoughts, those feelings of like, oh, I shouldn't do this, other people might think, that I'm silly or a bad person or whatever, toss them over your shoulder. Just let it go. It's not time to listen to those anymore. You've done it your entire life and it hasn't gotten you what you wanted. So now it's time to do something different. Pick up after yourself. It's time to start taking a look, like a really clear look at what are the results you are getting in your life. And this is so perfect that this ties right into what I just said about, if you do it the way you've always done it, you will get what you've always gotten. Look at your results. And without blame or judgment, your results got you where you are now, and that's beautiful. Your path is perfect. So now it's time to take a look in this moment, in the now, and say, okay, is this pattern of behavior getting me what I want? Yes or no? If it is, great, keep doing it. If not, shift. Do something different. Just get the energy moving. Try something new. That's an incredibly powerful space to be in. Ooh, you guys. Okay, Horus, cosmic gateway. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. This is incredible. Yeah, the more that you guys focus on shifting your inner world, the more your outer world will shift and divine energies will come, and you will build this momentum, this incredible creation momentum to bring you forward and to create the life that you want, that you dream of. So for you guys, this is going to be an incredible year. You are going to be learning exactly who you are and what you are willing to do in order to authentically be that. This is going to be the year, I feel like a lot of you are going to just be fed up with the life you've been living, not even the life you've been living, the person you've been pretending to be in order to get approval. It's time to let that go. Whoever that is, bless them, thank them, let them go. You are no longer that person. You are you. Okay, this is the healing card. This is from Zappy Barnes' Spiral Healing Seashell deck. So this is the healing energy that you guys are calling forth today. Possibility. There are infinite possibilities. Okay, so just take in the energy of this card. Just let that pour through you. Allow the spirals to heal you. This is a really beautiful way to experience the energy of possibility. So pause the video if you'd like. For some of you guys, come back and re-listen to this reading. I get that it will assist you in staying on track and shifting you back into the energy of possibilities because moving into a new vibration, there's always going to be those, you'll go back and then you'll step back into the new one, and then you'll go back and then you'll step into the new one. Staying in the new vibration is the challenge, and so this will assist you guys. Thank you guys so much for listening. I'm so glad you tuned in. I'd love to hear from you. What resonated with you? What did you get from this? I'm so excited to see what you create this year. I love you, and I'll see you next time.